Hey everybody, Keddy the Kedman Blumenthal here,
And my name's Jeff E. Reed.
and you're watching Unity Gain. Everybody, we're glad you're here tonight with us. We are going to talk about a brand new song that Jeff and I just wrote called The Cat's in Town. What do you think of it?
I think it's an excellent song.
I do too. It's a really bluesy, groovy song.
Yeah. Well, instead of talking about it, let us take you down to Gideon Productions and show you how cool it is in a segment we like to call
Why It's Cool.
All right, let's get into it.
I love this organ stuff.
Yeah. I thought that was a really tasty way to enter into the song too with that snare. It sounded good.
Yeah, that drum run?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just brought us into it. I think that was neat. Choir. I love using the choir. Did you put any of your choir stuff behind that
No,
on the introduction?
that's everything you did.
And I love that transition right into the rim shot of the drum.
Yeah, me too. Let's play it again. It's really, really classy.
It is. It's like it was meant to be.
Yeah. Perfect.
So good. And just for the record, there are no machines doing any of this. This is us doing it live. That reverb on that tambourine.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It won't be long again. I will be found again. So excuse
I'm glad we changed out that higher cymbal, that 16-inch with another 18-inch crash.
Oh, yeah.
So we have two different 18-inch crashes that sound very different. And I think it was just a little more of a... This was a bluesier sound. That 16 was just too bright for this kind of a song.
Yeah. And that huge ride cymbal that he
Oh, it
sounds so good.
it's very dry and it's just beautiful. I think it's like a 22-inch. It's huge. Now let's talk about your guitar tone here.
I got that guitar tone on my Telecaster, and playing it through my, Vox Tone Lab.
Tone Lab.
It does a really good job of mimicking an amp.
Plus, it has a preamp tube in it. Your
Right.
Tone Lab does, right?
Yes.
So you can get some grit and crunch out of it.
and it might just shock your heart.
Nice. I'm using that new plug-in
The question
on the vocals, that the Real ADT by Waves. It's supposed to sound like a tape doubler,
Yeah,
like they developed for the Abbey Road Studios.
it sounds really good. I like the effect a lot. You know that I went on and on about it when I heard this.
Yeah.
The piano,
Nice.
nice transition. And then the rhythm right here. I think that's really cool. Because the drums are still staying in that swing to 6/8.
I've been told there is a place.
That organ in there sounds good. The organ, I think, more than the electric piano, makes the song.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
If you're wanting to, and you just might see a face
That is my favorite part of the whole song. That little section right there.
smiling back at you.
My favorite part of that moment is that organ that comes in.
Yeah.
Out to you.
I gotta say that out of everything we've done so far, this is my best vocal recording because I don't sing like I used to. And I wrote this purposely in a key that would be easy to sing, and I think it just works better for me.
Yeah, it sounds really strong.
I'm not straining.
Yeah.
Here's what our last video was all about right here. So we're going to listen to that again. Jeff and I were talking before we started that that section of the bridge there, we're really not quite happy with the mix between his vocal and my vocal, so we're going to readdress that. So when you do the download and stream it, you'll hear a different mix. But you'll see, we'll play it again, you'll see what we mean. It'll be a lot stronger when it comes through there.
Reaching out for a hand me your heart and I'll show you the world right on the edge of a miracle.
Sounds really cool.
Past is the past, now we're moving on. Sure-footed steps into the sun.
Yeah, you can see what we're going for, and it'll be more like that when you hear it.
Reaching out for a hand me your heart.
The ahs in the background are sung with my TC Helicon harmonizer.
Yeah,
Worked pretty good.
yeah. I'm still impressed with that thing. Now here's my favorite guitar tone in the song.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my my Epiphone Casino.
Your new guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, I changed the strings on it because it came with the Gibson strings and they were a little tough to bend.
Yeah.
And got my Diodarios on there.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Cool. Such a great tone.
So excuse me if I hang around
That organ in there is just perfect.
like I don't have a clue where I'm headed to. Like
Yeah, it's got a good rhythm.
all of the other cats in
It
town.
makes you want to do this.
We are kind of doing that. Here we go for the ending.
My way back home.
Nice.
Back home.
Excellent.
Pretty
Those
awesome.
last two little notes at the end. I love that. And then, like the choirs, how we talked, you said you used your TC Helicon vocalizer thing in the background and just use it as an additional layer along with what's already there, and it just really thickens up everything and
Yeah.
adds a lot of substance to the songs. It just makes them sound good. I'm very pleased with it. And right now, this is my favorite song that we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. So,
All right.
all right, well, back upstairs. Well, welcome back, everybody. Jeff, that was a lot of fun doing that song. This is another song that kind of happened quickly. So the meaning behind this song, there's several meanings, but one in particular, and I'm not going to go into details, I'm going to be pretty vague about it, and I'll use a little silly analogy, was this. If I claim to be a cup of coffee, and there's another person that claims to be a cup of coffee, and they observe me during the week being a glass of orange juice, it doesn't look good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for the other cup of coffee to say, hey, you got to make sure you're doing this, and then to have that cup of coffee not live up to what they're saying they're talking about, that, I have a problem with that, And that was the term, like, none of those cats in town can ever promise you the things that they say they will do. And that was kind of very vaguely a way of describing something that was going through my mind when I wrote this song.
I like it.
Next song, we're going to be comparing water to bubbly water. So,
You know, that's a great thing about rock music and being vague in lyric content. Because when I listen to this song, of course, the only lyrical contribution I made was to the bridge. The rest of the song was already done when we played it. So it had a totally different meaning for me than what you just described.
right.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about music like this, is because it means something to everyone else. I remember one time, I think it was John Lennon was asked what the meaning of one of the songs were, and he basically said, I don't answer that question because it means something else to the listener.
Right.
It means something else to everyone else.
Right. Because we're not him.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome about songs like this. And when we were writing the bridge, I was kind of excited because the very first sentence that I came up with is what we used for the opening of the bridge.
Yeah. Hand me your heart and I'll show you the world.
Yeah, and for some reason that just popped up, and
That is a great line.
I was, normally I don't get that, so
Yeah.
it was different.
Yeah. And on our songwriting process video that we just put up, the lyric was, hand me your heart and I'll show you the world. Let's take a look at a miracle. And I wasn't happy with that. Let's take a look at a miracle.
Hand me your heart and I'll show you the world. Let's take a look at a miracle.
So we changed it to right on the edge of a miracle. And I think that sounds a lot better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Another thing different that we did, well, I shouldn't say different, but sometimes we don't do this.
Right.
Is we got together and we jammed together in the same room.
Right.
I had my guitar, you were on the keyboard, and we were able to play off of each other and just jam. And I think that added a lot to the finished product.
I think so. Anytime we get together and we write a song in the same room, it always seems to be way better. Because normally what we'll do is he'll get an idea, and he'll write a song, and he'll send me a text message. Just sent you a link, so I'll go to Google Drive and I'll listen to it. And okay, yeah, cool. And then I'll record something. Hey, what do you think of this? And then we'll video chat and listen to it over the phones and just kind of do it long distance. But there's something lost in that, and it's definitely better when we're in the same room. Yeah. And you look back at our career of Facing the Crowd when you and I wrote lyrics together. That's exactly how we always did it.
Yeah.
We always did it in the same room. We always did it together in person, and some of the best songs we did were done like that. So yeah, very cool.
All right, so if you're watching this video right now, that means that the song "The Cat's in Town" is published and available on all the streaming services, and we want you to go out there and check it out.
All right, do us a favor, help us out and click that like button. When you do, that helps us out with the algorithm, and it gets us up there in the popularity level of the viewing. And be sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you're a first-time viewer, don't forget to click the bell. That way you'll be notified every time we upload a new video.
And make sure to drop a comment, because when you do, we put your name in a hat and we draw those names out, and you could win some cool Unity Gain merchandise.
So we're doing a new thing called Mugshots. So if you've been the recipient of one of our Unity Gain coffee mugs, if you want to, what we'd like you to do is take a picture of yourself with your coffee mug. You can do a mugshot form. You can look straight at the camera. We're probably going to turn it into a black and white photo, but it's called Mugshots. We're going to have fun with it. Give us your first name, and we will do a shout out to you, and that'll be fun. And the way to do that is to send your photo to unitygain@gmail.com. You leave off the word the. Again, it's unitygain@gmail.com.
And feel free to share this show with your friends and your family, and turn everybody on to the Unity Gain show, and we'd really appreciate that.
All right, that was a pretty good show today.
I think so.
It was a good one. All right, you guys, with that said,
don't forget to push record.
so welcome.
And make sure you leave a comment, because when you leave a comment, your I hear a train. Drops of Jupiter. I think everything was legible.
Audible?
Audible.
All right.
What is the word for that?
Audible. If you've gotten one of the Unity game,
Is it audible?
yeah, or
Because you can hear it, but
legible is writing.
you can hear it. It was audible, but it was.
So if you've been the recipient of one of our Unity Gain mugshots, as dramatically.
Dramatically. That's awesome.
I got that from Racing Hope.
That's the word.
Dramatically changed. We should do it. It'll be really funny if we should do a high five and stop and then just hug each other. Just do a head, shoulder.
We should feature this table in the song.
Are you gonna keep it?
Understandable.
Understandable.
There you go.
Let's just call it understandable. We could be here all night. All right.
They need a word for that.
They should. There probably is. There probably is one. Let's make one up.